So we're out here mushrooming, and we've discovered that we're a little early. But I'm walking along, getting ready to head back to the truck, and I just came across a turkey nest. I'm not going to even walk any closer and touch it. I don't want to disturb it. But isn't that neat? Happy day. Well, we're a little early. I was hoping I'd find a real pretty cluster to take a picture of for you, Gus. But so far, all I'm finding are these little guys that are just barely popping out of the ground. That there's a morel. And they're pretty good eating. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some more after lunch. We'll see. Happy day. This last year's, but wow. Here's a couple of cuties, Gus. Not very big either. We're still early. They just start popping out when you find some, then you find some more. There's elk shit all over in here too. That's old right there, but man, we've been working through some fresh stuff. Now these are some of the ones people call false morels. I feel like they're also called elf saddles or something. I don't remember. I don't think they're edible. I could be wrong, but there's a bunch of them. Here's a bigger one. I just don't remember. I gotta look them up in my book. But if these are the false morels, I don't know how they confuse people, because to me, if you mix this up with the other one, you ain't got no powers of observation. Totally different looking. Actually, I think them are elf saddles. I don't know. I gotta look in my book when I get home. Now there's a nice, decent sized one. I'm gonna see if I can get my phone to string all these together into one video with all this AI now. Oh, look it. There's another one right there. But with all this fancy AI, I bet it can figure out how to do that for me, and I don't have to do it. Turn this on here into one big video. Oh, isn't that neat? Well, here is my favorite orchid. This here is fairy slipper. Isn't that pretty? And every one of them I've seen today hasn't been open like this, which is part of my clue that we're too early. Because usually you see fairy slippers. That's when we find the mushrooms that we like around fairy slippers and around bear grass. There's bear grass that grows in little clusters all over the place. And I've had pretty good luck today with the bear grass. But the fairy slippers have all been just barely open, except this one. This one's all the way open. Look, pretty girl. Come here. You're so pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You're a pretty girl. All right, I'll let you be. All right, I love my yew trees. This here's one that fell, and clear along the entire trunk, it's making little sprouts. This is gonna be so neat all the way up that trunk. Boy, this camera don't do it justice. Never does. It's a pretty good sized trunk, really. Oh, and look at how those little baby trees trying to grow on this tree. I think that might be one of my favorite evergreens. Probably one of my favorite lower elevation evergreens in our area. Mountain hemlock's my favorite high elevation one. There, those are neat. I don't know how in the hell, like I said before, people can mix these up with morels. I don't want nothing like morels. But it's neat, look how big that is. That's a pretty good one. Well, this one's zoomed in. This one ain't for eating, but that's pretty. Oh, it's broken. But it's just sticking on there by being attached to that little guy. But here's another one. It's a bolete. It's got little holes basically instead of gills. They're neat. I don't know what kind it is. I just know it's what group it is. The boletes.